Hey everybody, it's Nikki and I am so excited because I am in the beautiful home of one of my favorite couples, Darren and Antonina Griffin. They were the first guests at my very first restaurant, Angela's Famous Chicken and Ribs. And so I thought how appropriate to do my first show, Extra Sugar, Cooking in the Kitchen with Nikki, here in their home. So today I am cooking my famous fried chicken, Belgium bacon waffles with a maple rum butter syrup. And so let's get started. So of course what you want to do first is, well actually I'm using the wings today. So we're going to season our wings really good. And of course there's always something extra in what I do with my food. So we just have a little bit of adobo seasoning, and just make sure you just sprinkle all of your seasons over your chicken very well. So we have some Old Bay, and we have some seasoning salt. And again, just cover your chicken. You can use chicken wings, you can use cutlets, thighs, you can use any kind of chicken you want to. You know, chicken and waffles is a very popular menu item, and it's done in many different ways. Of course, even with waffles, you can do sweet potato waffles. A popular one is red velvet waffles. Any kind of waffles, but like I said, today we're going to do bacon waffles. And the reason I chose bacon waffles is because bacon, butter, and sugar make everything taste better. I am a firm believer, and that's my motto about bacon, butter, and sugar. So you will find that I'll be doing a lot of bacon, a lot of butter, and a lot of sugar in a lot of my recipes. So anyway, so we've covered up this chicken. We've mixed this chicken pretty good. Got the seasoning all over the chicken. So let me wash my hands real quick. So the next step is our breader. We're gonna bread our chicken and get it frying. So one thing that I'm going to add, because remember there's always an extra ingredient, is pancake mix. Yes, pancake mix into your breader. Now you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just pick one of your favorite breaders, one of your favorite chicken breaders, and just use that, and then just add it. And then just add the pancake mix to that and just mix it all together. Just like that. And then just start covering these babies. And again, and we're gonna use an electric fryer. Again, no need in reinventing the wheel. I remember when I was little, I made my dad some chicken one day. I was a latchkey kid, and I decided I was gonna step out my comfort zone and fry my daddy some chicken. So I made this pretty golden brown chicken and put it in the oven and waited for him on warm, and he got home and took that chicken, bit into it. It was raw, very raw. But my daddy, being my daddy, just took that chicken, turned up the oven, and cooked it off. So at that moment, I decided that I was going to perfect frying chicken, and I think I've mastered it at this point. So again, you know, we used to cook in the cast iron frying pan. You don't have to do that anymore. Buy you an electric countertop fryer, and it'll do the job really well. So anyway, we're just gonna start with those. Oops. Just drop that down and let that get going, and then we'll start on our waffles. So with our waffles, again, you can go buy flour, sugar, baking powder, cornstarch, all that stuff, and make a waffle mix. Or you can just be really simple and just buy, you know, one of the box waffles a box of waffle mix, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of something to it. So, the first thing that we're gonna add to our waffle mix is a little bit of brown sugar. The show's not extra sugar for nothing. So you don't need a lot, just as much, you know, about a half a cup. And then you can really just follow the recipe on your box if you decide to choose the box of waffle pancake mix. So you just want to add a little bit of water. And I like to add a little bit of half and half to mine. And then of course, your oil, which I'm using 1/3 cup of oil. And you just want to whisk that together. And if it's not to the consistency that you wanted, of course, you can just add a little bit more water to it. Which I'm doing now. Just about ready to go, but you just want to add one more thing to it. And that is some vanilla. So there's your extra, the brown sugar and the vanilla. And of course the heavy cream, or you can do heavy cream or half and half. Which again is just gonna take your waffle to the next level, right? Okay, now while your chicken is frying, chicken usually takes about 17 minutes, unless you're gonna use a thermometer. You can, use your thermometer, and when it gets to temp, about 160, 170, then it's usually done. But I like extra crispy chicken. One, because if you're gonna put syrup or anything on it, you want a little bit crispier so it won't get so soggy, because I don't like soggy chicken. Okay, so while we're still waiting on our chicken, we are going to get ready to make our rum butter maple syrup. So you just want to get you just a little sauce pot, saute pot, and so you want to add you about 2 cups of maple syrup. Okay. A little bit of confectioner sugar. Yes, that's something extra. About a half a stick of butter. And then you can do about 2 teaspoons of your rum flavor. Now you can use rum, real rum from the ABC store, because all it's going to do is evaporate, but you still have that rum flavor. But anyway, so you just got to keep letting that simmer a little bit. And then your butter will melt. All right, okay, so we'll keep letting that go and cook. Okay, so let's get this waffle going. So I like to use a ladle. It's a lot easier. And then usually 1 ladle will fill this up and usually give you a pretty good waffle. So you, of course, if you have a waffle maker, you can, now I have a Belgian waffle maker, but you can also use the smaller ones for the smaller, the thinner waffles. So there you go. That's in there. Now, you're just gonna take this wonderful, wonderful bacon and just sprinkle you a little bit on top. And what I've done with the bacon is you can bake it off first and then crumble it, or you can use bacon bits, but you wanna use the real ones. You don't wanna use those hard, crunchy ones, because you won't get the same effect and the same flavor and the same taste. So definitely wanna use real bacon. Of course, if you don't eat pork, you can use turkey bacon. If you don't do meat, you can use whatever bacon you like, but you'll still get the same results. So this is finally boiling a little bit here. So we want to turn it down. Just give it a nice little whisk. That butter has melted. And we can actually go just a little bit further and just take this and add a little bit of brown sugar to it. You know, extra sugar. And if you really, really want to step it up or some more, you can actually add a little bit more butter to it. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like hard, cold butter on my waffles or my pancakes. So if you go ahead and melt it in your sauce, you don't even have to add any more butter to your waffle once it's done. Okay, let's take a peek at our chicken. So those babies are frying up really, really good. You know, keep letting them fry a little bit more. So I'm sure a lot of people think whenever you hear extra sugar that I'm probably going to be in the kitchen baking a whole lot of cakes and pies and things like that. Well, no, let me tell you where the name extra sugar came from. So my chefs, Brianna and Anthony, are always picking on me in the kitchen. They're always saying, Nikki, what's missing? They always say, Nikki, what's missing? Sugar? And I'm like, yup. Or they'll ask me, what are you gonna put extra in here? You're always putting some extra. So I always told them if I ever open up another restaurant, I'll call it Sugars. Well, when I thought about doing the show, I decided I'm gonna call it Extra Sugar. And again, it's because there's always something extra, some extra love, some extra ingredients, and of course, extra sugar, extra spice, you know, just something extra. So let's see how our waffle is doing here. Oh yeah, that baby is pretty. So we're going to take that right out of here and put that on our plate. And let's do another one while we're waiting on our chicken. Again, just want to do a little bit of pan spray so that make that baby fall right out, especially since we're using the extra sugar and everything in the waffle mix. It can tend to stick a little bit more, so you definitely want to use your pan spray. And our chicken is sounding like it's almost done over there. Alrighty, so about 2 ladles. And you just want to get your bacon and sprinkle it back over. And there you go. I like this little thing. Has it been about 15 minutes? Let's see. Alrighty. So we also have, I also have a catering business. It's called The Vine Catering. So we've been in business for about 21, 22 years. And so this journey, again, started with chicken. The first, when I first got started even thinking about cooking, I decided that I wanted to sell chicken wings. Because I told you I was going to perfect this chicken thing, right? So anyway, so we started selling chicken. I started doing it at my job. And this lady tasted the chicken wings and asked me, hey, do you do weddings? And I said, yeah, of course. Now, I had never done a wedding, never catered nothing in my life. So anyway, so I told her, yeah. So we got a menu together, and one was chicken and one was potato salad and so on and so on. And she had 100 people that was going to come to this wedding reception. I still have the invoice now. I charged her $5 per person. But see, that was 22 years ago. So that won't happen now. But anyway, so again, that's how this chicken journey got started. Selling plates, selling wings, all of that. So anyway, our chicken is done. Just gonna take that. We're gonna pour that goodness right over there. Yummy, yummy. All right, so we have the second plate ready, and what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to surprise Antonina and Darren with a little, you know, trying to take them back to the first restaurant when they came in. At that time, they were dating. They weren't even married yet, but they's married now. And so I'm gonna have a little special treat for them when they get home. So again, we're gonna cover this one. Yes, it smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. Now, what would you want to pair with this dish? Ha, I got it. So you can do a macaroni and cheese with it. And you can also do collard greens. So there you have it, guys. You have collard greens, macaroni and cheese. You have your bacon waffle, your chicken with the maple rum butter syrup. All these recipes can be found on our website at www.thevinecaters.com. And I'll see you next time on Extra Sugar, Cooking in the Kitchen with Nikki.